Chicago's best coverage. This is News Channel 5.
Now at 6, saying goodbye, the community gathers to remember a popular restaurant owner while police continue to investigate his murder. Plus another mass shooting, this time in Indianapolis. 7 people shot overnight. We're getting the latest details from our sister station. And a deadly fall. A toddler drops from a second-story window, but police are saying led up to the fall. Then putting our stadiums to the test, are you really getting all the beer you paid for? Our investigators are on the case. Thank you for starting your morning with us here on Good Morning Cleveland. I'm Stephanie Ramirez alongside Tara Blake. How you doing?
Good morning.
Some good weather for the 4th of July last night. A little cool.
Oh my goodness, it was amazing. I mean, we're up and early, obviously, here. Did you get some sleep? Did the fireworks go off all night long?
Yeah. With a puppy, yeah, no, it wasn't fun.
Yeah, no kidding. Puppies get a little scared. Babies do too. If you're up and a little bleary-eyed, I think I have a forecast to wake you up. The reason for it, high pressure, sunny, dry, and wonderful. And if you had to work and really didn't get to enjoy the 4th the way you want to, Mother Nature providing you an entire weekend of great weather. Now, still watching what is now Tropical Storm Arthur, drastically decreasing in intensity and still dumping a lot of rainfall in the northeast. But the majority of this particular storm will continue to die out and shift east. So that's good news for the east side of the United States. Again, winds at 70 miles per hour, moving northeast fast at 22 miles per hour and continuing to weaken. Right here at home, our focus is on those cooler temperatures, right? Anywhere from a degree to almost 5 degrees cooler all across northeast Ohio. Morning temperature is still early here on your Saturday morning. 53 in Cleveland, 49 though in Mentor, 48 in both Medina and Ashtabula, 53 in Mansfield, as well as for New Philadelphia. We bounce back nice though, with brilliant sunshine expected all day long. We'll be back into the mid and upper 70s, but it starts to change into next week. I'll break it all down coming up in just a few moments. Steph?
All right, thank you, Tara. Breaking news overnight, the Coast Guard rescued around 7 people from Lake Erie last night. Authorities say their boat hit a breakwall just north of Burke Lakefront Airport. That was around 11 o'clock. Now, we know one person was taken to the hospital. The Coast Guard says alcohol was not a factor. And today, in just a couple of hours, a popular Cleveland Heights restaurant owner will be laid to rest. The funeral for Jim Brennan starts at 9 o'clock, and today that'll be at Jesu Church in University Heights. Brennan was shot and killed inside his restaurant, Brennan's Colony, earlier this week. Police charged 2 sets of brothers in the murder. They appear in court next week. One of the suspects worked in the kitchen at the Colony and knew the victim. Also today, we're expecting to learn more about the man arrested for a deadly hit and run in Lakewood. Police say that driver was drunk when he hit 36-year-old David Najet with his car on Cook Avenue early yesterday morning. He then drove into his house, or to his house, that is, down the street, which is where police found him. The commotion woke neighbors.
Shortly after 3:30 or so, woke up and saw these lights flashing on the walls. It was sirens. I went out and looked out the window and saw a body laying in the street.
The victim also lives just down the street from where the crash happened. The Red Cross tells us Najet worked for them in the blood services side. A 2-year-old this morning has died after falling out of a second-story window. It happened yesterday afternoon at this apartment complex on Mayfield Road in Cleveland Heights. The mother's boyfriend was watching the child when it happened. According to the Plain Dealer, the toddler was taken to Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital, where she had surgery and later died. Police are still investigating, and no charges have been filed. Now to a little lighter news. Cleveland celebrated Independence Day with an explosive holiday display in the Flats. If you missed it, here it is. Large crowds filled Settlers Landing and the Nautica Pavilion in the Flats. Families also packed the beach at Edgewater Park and several other lakefront viewing spots to catch a glimpse of the big fireworks show. And just because the 4th of July has officially passed, it doesn't mean the fireworks are fizzling out. Several local communities still have displays this weekend, including today in Brunswick, Hudson, and Portage Lakes. To find out when the closest fireworks will take place near you or in your neighborhood, just head to newsnet5.com for a complete list. And the old saying goes, knee-high by the 4th of July, and despite soggy springs, the sweet corn crop in Northeast Ohio should still be there. According to the Chronicle-Telegram, farmers got a late start to planting because of the rain, but farmers say we should still be able to get our hands on some sweet corn this year in about 1 to 2 weeks. Okay, now I'm starting to get hungry. As runners get to hit the streets of Parma, this is the 4th annual Parma Run for Pierogies, which kicks off in about 2.5 hours. It starts at Tri-C's Western Campus on Pleasant Valley Road, and then after the race, runners will be rewarded with pierogies. Proceeds benefit the American Cancer Society Parma Area Relay for Life. And the Blossom Music Festival's opening concert is tonight with the Cleveland Orchestra featuring New World Symphony. There's also a fireworks show after the performance. Under 18s free. Lawn tickets are also available this season, so you can get 2 free tickets for anyone under the age of 18 for every regular priced adult ticket. The concert series runs through the end of August. Skin cancer is the most common form of cancer in the U.S., and today the Skin Cancer Foundation and Rite Aid are teaming up to help save lives by offering free screenings in Strongsville. The Road to Healthy Skin RV is stopping at the Rite Aid on Pearl Road from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. They're offering free full-body skin cancer screenings to anyone that stops by. Coming up on Good Morning Cleveland, out to sea, Hurricane Arthur veers into the Atlantic. We have the very latest on the damage that caused by the storm it caused. And there is a baby boom at the Ohio zoos where you can see the furry little additions this weekend. Tara?
So sweet. And the great weather seems to be here in place in Parma. But what does it look like for your weekend fun? I break down your Power of 5 forecast coming up next. We'll be right back.
This prehistoric family enjoys the RV life in style in their new Coachman Chaparral fifth wheel. They save thousands at Avalon RV in Medina. Hurry to Avalon RV off Route 71 and discover a huge selection of RVs, all at rock bottom pricing today.
Jump into summer fun at Pete Bauer Buick GMC. Pete Bauer will not be undersold. Check out the new Buick Encore with payments starting at just $229. Plus, receive 2 years free maintenance. Experience your low-price destination in Strongsville. Pete Bauer Buick GMC.
Something wonderful happens when people save on airfare. For low fares on moments like these, go to southwest.com and choose Akron-Canton Airport. A better way to go.
Unique Home Solutions triple pane lifetime windows are the gold standard in energy efficiency. They're not cheap, but they are 25% off in July. The savings include our expert employee installation and our famous warranty. The last windows you'll ever need are on sale, and you get free handyman service just for looking.
Unique Home Solutions, 1-800-800-1971.
Rally's Cha-Ching menu just got even more cha-cheddar. Introducing the new Cheddar Pub Burger. Just a buck. 100% beef, topped with cheddar and savory pub seasoning, onion tanglers, and a red onion. Now that's a pub burger. Try our Fry Lovers Burger with Rally's famous seasoned fries, or our plump and juicy smoking sausage. So check out Rally's new Cheddar Pub Burger for just a buck. One of 3 big, bold tastes that'll have you saying cha-ching. Rally's.
Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery's Red, White, and Blue sale with 4th of July savings on recliners, sofas, sectionals, and more. Save on America's #1 name for comfort. Hurry, these savings won't last long. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
Jump into summer fun at Pete Bauer Buick GMC. Pete Bauer will not be undersold. Check out the new GMC Terrain with payments starting at just $229. Plus, receive 2 years free maintenance. Experience your low-price destination in Strongsville. Pete Bauer Buick GMC.
The summer RVing lifestyle is perfect for this prehistoric family. They visited Avalon RV in Medina and chose this luxurious Georgetown motorhome for a low rock bottom price. Plenty of room and loads of RVing fun. All from Avalon RV off Route 71 in Medina.
Nearly 10 minutes after 6 a.m. Good morning. Thanks for joining us for Good Morning Cleveland Saturday. I'm Power of 5 meteorologist Tara Blake, filling in for Trent McGill. You had a big 4th of July, and why not continue the great trend of fun into your weekend? And I don't know about you, but throwing out the diet yesterday was certainly on my list, so why not continue it today? We're firing up the grill for all those parties that are extending their 4th of July through their Saturday. So here we go. By the noon hour, looking at lower 70s, daytime high today at 76. The only issue is it's still a little chilly. Morning temperatures in the 50s. We'll talk more about your weekend forecast and look at some rain returning here in the upcoming days. For right now, if you're doing some traveling, be careful. And here's your Kia travel forecast.
Brought to you by Kia and the new 2014 Sorento crossover. It has an answer for everything. To learn more, visit your Northern Ohio Kia retailer or go to mykiacleveland.com.
Well, with all this great weather this weekend, if you're looking for a road trip, you may want to check out the Columbus Zoo. They just announced the birth of 3 new red pandas. The 2 males and 1 female were born on June 20th. Red pandas are endangered species, and the births are part of the zoo's conservation efforts. The zoo says visitors will be able to see the new cubs this fall. You cannot hug them. And a pair of snow leopard cubs made their big debut at the Akron Zoo. Malaya and Makulu hammed it up in their first public appearance yesterday. The 11-week-old cubs pounced, climbed on limbs and rocks, and jumped on their mother. The pair will be in the exhibit from 10:15 to 11:15 every day and will be out longer as they get older. Still ahead on Good Morning Cleveland, the ballpark beer test, an investigation to find out if our local parks measure up. And a special singer at the ballpark tonight. We talked to Sandy Alomar's daughter about her big night. But first, here's last night's lottery winning numbers. Good luck, everyone.
Trust the pump?
With the gas prices as high as it is, every penny counts.
Consumer advocate Jonathan Walsh puts local gas pumps to the test. See if you're really getting what you're paying for. Watch the 5 on Your Side investigation, Sunday at 11. The calm before the storm. The calm during the storm.
Warning. No longer a tornado warning for Summit County. It's now a severe thunderstorm warning.
Chief Meteorologist Mark Johnson and the Power of 5 weather team, only on News Channel 5.
Jump into summer fun at Pete Bauer Buick GMC. Pete Bauer will not be undersold. Check out the new Buick Encore with payments starting at just $229. Plus, receive 2 years free maintenance. Experience your low-price destination in Strongsville. Pete Bauer Buick GMC.
Looks like the Garcias got a new car.
What'd they get?
I don't know.
Sure doesn't look like a Buick.
Buick.
I'm outside. Where are you? I'm right here. I'm in the Buick. I don't see a Buick.
Take a fresh look at Buick. It just might surprise you.
Oh, that's not a Buick. That's what I told him. Wow. This is nice. Oh, my.
Enjoy the dealer experience ranked highest by J.D. Power and get $500 Independence Day cash plus 0% financing for 60 months on the 2014 Verano.
Live longer, better, and happier. Learn about wellness directly from some of the best doctors in Northeast Ohio. Watch Wellness Wednesdays presented by Akron General every Wednesday on Spotlight 5 following the new news on News Channel 5.
Home values are on the rise. Renovating makes sense again. It's time to take pride in your home during Wallside's Made in America sale. Through Tuesday only, Wallside is taking half off the price of every window we make. Choose from double hungs, sliders, casements, half rounds. Every style, half off. And you save again with 4 years, no interest, no money down. Call Wallside today for this great offer. 1-800-521-7800.
Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery's Red, White, and Blue sale with 4th of July savings on recliners, sofas, sectionals, and more. Save on America's #1 name for comfort. Hurry, these savings won't last long. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
Jump into summer fun at Pete Bauer Buick GMC. Pete Bauer will not be undersold. Check out the new GMC Terrain with payments starting at just $229. Plus, receive 2 years free maintenance. Experience your low-price destination in Strongsville. Pete Bauer Buick GMC.
New overnight, 7 people were injured in a mass shooting in Indianapolis. Our sister station there says it happened in the Broad Ripple area. One person is in critical condition and a person of interest is in custody. At this point, it's not clear what led to the shooting. Right now, Hurricane Arthur is heading out to sea after making a landfall about 30 hours ago in North Carolina's Outer Banks. Although the storm is deep into the Atlantic Ocean now, it's still prompting flash flood warnings with high wind and wave advisories along the coastal New England area. The hurricane left behind a trail of damage, but residents agree it could have been much worse.
There have been no casualties or serious injuries reported.
I'd say we've been very lucky.
Arthur is expected to pass over or near western Nova Scotia this morning, but by then it will mainly just be rain. Many of the fireworks shows in that area were postponed because of the storm, but they will take place tonight. And it's now been a week since pregnant Marine wife disappeared in California. 19-year-old Erin Corwin was last seen leaving her home and base on or heading to the park. Search teams have been combing the area since then, finding some leads, including Corwin's car. At this point, though, investigators have not ruled out the possibility of foul play. Meanwhile, the community continues to hold out hope that Corwin will be found alive. And here we go again. Joan Rivers is in the spotlight once more, this time for something she said about the first family. A photographer asked Rivers if she thought she would ever see a gay or female president. She responded, "We already have it with Obama." She went on to say, quote, "You know Michelle is trans." Rivers says the First Lady should take the remark as a compliment because she says, quote, "The most gorgeous women are transgender." Joey Jaws Chestnut is still the reigning king of the world's most famous hot dog eating competition, but he may have had an extra boost of confidence yesterday. The champ proposed to his girlfriend on stage before the Nathan's International Hot Dog Eating Contest, and she said yes. And just 30 minutes later, Chestnut was crowned the winner for the 8th consecutive time. He downed 61 dogs in just 10 minutes.
Oh, I can't watch that video.
Oh my gosh, Tara. Well, we had great weather, at least for the 4th of July. A little cool this last night, though, but great for firework watching.
Yeah, it certainly was. I think for the little ones, they were probably the only ones that were a little bit chilly for those some late night fireworks. I was a little cold
chilly,
too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to turn the heat on. The house can nicely cool down for sure. But we're looking at a wonderful start to your Saturday and even better weather for your holiday weekend. It's a little warmer. If it was cool yesterday for the pool or the lake, today better, as we're taking a live look at Parma this morning as they're getting ready for a very cool race. Steph will have more details, but it involves pierogies. I like to say pierogies. Pierogies. And you've got to stay tuned for this one. A great shot, though. Some nice summer sunshine. Still chilly, though, as you heard Steph allude to. It's been a cooler start for sure. 53 in Cleveland now. We're one of the cooler locations. 51 in Pittsburgh, but notice just to the northwest of us, Detroit at 57, 60 Indianapolis. So we'll soon see some warmer morning temperatures again, but that chill, that brisk air with a little bit of fog does feel pretty good if you're up early, just kind of sitting outside with that cup of coffee, obviously with Good Morning Cleveland Saturday on in the background. High pressure is the reason for the better weather. We're keeping all that moisture from Arthur well out east while we get to enjoy and bask in some beautiful sunshine. Arthur's still causing major problems when it comes to flooding concerns, mainly on top of Maine now, and Nova Scotia is expecting landfall from this tropical storm and likely to continue its track off to the north and the east, but just continue to weaken and downgrade. For us right now, we're focusing on the cooler air. 53 in Cleveland, 55 in Elyria, Sandusky 56, and 47 your Saturday start in Sandusky. Daytime high today in the upper 70s. Remember, service members, you get a discount for your family at Cedar Point, and you get in for free. They have some meal deals too. Gotta love that. 78 degrees today if you're making your way to Sandusky. Sunny and warmer. Certainly going to need that sunscreen. Winds will help a little bit with the warmer air. Northern breeze could be noticeable, especially into the afternoon. Reminder to wear your sunscreen if the pool is a part of your daily plans. Well, we've got an 8 out of an 11, which just means 15, 30 minutes in the sun, and you are likely to get burnt. How about some lake time? All right, warmer daytime high does help us all to venture out to the Lake Erie. So wind's not bad, and it looks as though that'll keep those waves down, which is nice. Current temperature or crib temp is more like 58. Islands, though, still warmer and more comfortable. 70s, though, that's a little harsh. Even though it does feel warmer, it's going to be a cold, kind of quick jolt to the system, but I think you can get through it so you can enjoy your weekend, right? Well, we also have some fun again tonight at Progressive Fields, taking on the Royals again, 7:05. That first pitch with 60s in place. It's Larry Doby Jersey nights, and they'll have another round of gorgeous fireworks to enjoy as you make your way to the end of the game. So certainly a nice weekend shaping up for many of us to try and be outside. Your Power 5 7-day forecast says do it now, because rain returns as we move into next week. We're talking very warm start there at 85, but then kind of balancing back into the 70s and 80s. We'll talk more about your 7-day in just a moment. Steph, what's next?
Right. Thank you, Tara. Well, the holiday weekend is peppered with picnics, pools, and parks, and that includes baseball stadiums. Well, if you love grabbing a beer at those stadiums, check this out.
Every time you buy a large beer, you're paying $3 more for the same amount of beer.
An Idaho couple uncovered this small and large beers at their local stadiums were the same size. And they took to the stadium and they won. Well, so our investigative team went to uncover and find out if you're getting what you pay for at our own stadiums. Investigator Sarah Buttison has the story.
It's almost gone. Go buy me another one.
For some fans,
I have a nice, refreshing Budweiser.
Beer is one of the best things about the ballpark.
How many have you had today? Too many.
And big brews are sold at stadiums for big bucks.
You just drink them and hope it's what you paid for.
Small beer's $4, big beer's $7. You'd think you'd get more. Pour it in me.
But earlier this year, there was outrage in Idaho when this YouTube video surfaced. A couple found the large beer at the Idaho Steelheads hockey game was the same size as the small.
It's the same beer. $7. You just get a taller cup.
So it's $14 altogether.
So News Channel 5 investigators went undercover at ballparks around Northeast Ohio to make sure you're getting what you pay for when you buy beer.
There you go.
First up, Canal Park Stadium, where the Akron Rubber Ducks play ball. We tested the 16-ounce cup.
That looks like it's dead on.
Then the 32-ounce. Both were the size advertised. Next, we went undercover in Avon at a Lake Erie Crushers game. We tested their 20-ounce beers, and after the foam evaporated, we found...
Right on the money.
Can I get one draft beer and one souvenir beer?
On to East Lake, where we set up a spot to conduct our test at a Lake County Captain's game. We poured the 20-ounce and 32-ounce beers into our measuring cup.
Again, that looks like you're getting a little more.
Both beers were a bit more than we paid for.
The large beer is 24 ounces.
Okay.
The small beer is 12 ounces.
Finally, we tested the Tribe.
Thank you so much and enjoy your game here at Progressive Fields.
Our producer was thrilled with our initial findings.
That's 14. That's too extra for me.
The 12-ounce was actually 14 ounces. No such luck on the bigger beer. It was exactly 24 ounces.
I want an honest value, and so do our fans.
Kurt Schloss is the vice president of concessions for the Cleveland Indians.
To have a 12-ounce beer, be a 12-ounce beer. To have a 16-ounce beer, be a 16-ounce beer. I mean, that's the right thing to do, and that's what we should be doing.
That's awesome. Very good, very good.
Our results
Makes the game good.
were a relief to fans.
I'd be pretty upset. Probably wouldn't buy a beer. That's a lie. I'd probably buy a beer.
Sarah Buttison, News Channel 5.
All right, you go, Ohio. Well, after the expose in Idaho, the stadium immediately changed its cups. So when you buy a 20-ounce beer, that's what you get. And if you were drinking a few beers at last night's Indians game, you saw a very patriotic tribute. First baseman Nick Swisher was honored for his participation with the USO and Wounded Warrior Project. He was one of the 6 players nominated for the 2014 Bob Feller Act of Valor Award. The award is based on baseball accomplishments, service to our country, and community involvement. Feller's widow, Annie, was on the field for the ceremony. And if you missed that, you'll get a treat today, too.
Oh, say, can you see?
That is the voice of Brianna Alomar singing the national anthem for our Chris Flanagan yesterday. Name sound familiar? That's because Brianna is the daughter of first base coach and former Cleveland Indians catcher Sandy Alomar Jr. She talked with Chris all about it.
It's very exciting because of course, it's the 4th of July, and I get to honor the veterans by singing the national anthem, which is amazing. And it's very fun to be like home with my dad and everyone, so it's really cool.
And Alamar, Brianna, that is, will be singing the national anthem at tonight's game against Kansas City. You can also catch fireworks after that game. LeBron James is on vacation with his family, but his agent, Rich Paul, has been a very busy guy this week. The Cavs, along with the Mavericks and the Suns, all met with Paul earlier this week. And a representative with the Lakers was in Cleveland yesterday. Yahoo Sports says the final 3 finalists may be back in Cleveland next week to make another presentation. ESPN is reporting LeBron James could make a decision by next when he hosts his basketball camp. Ooh. And the Cavaliers now have a bigger cap, more room for the king. Center Spencer Hawes agreed to a 4-year, $23 million deal with the Los Angeles Clippers last night. Right now, it's just a handshake. Teams can't sign free agents until July 10th. And the 101st Tour de France gets underway today. Cycling's most prestigious race actually started in Leeds, England this year. It ends in Paris on July 27th. Right now, Good Morning America is hard at work with us getting their show together for 8 o'clock. We have Brianna Goldria. How are you?
Hey, Stephanie, good morning to you. Happy 4th of July. A busy morning here. Hurricane Arthur tearing its way up the East Coast overnight. And for so many Americans now, the official cleanup begins. We'll take a look at those hit hardest by the holiday hurricane. Also, Californian families are forced to evacuate their homes this morning as more fires break out in Northern California. Why the conditions this summer have both officials and residents worried. Plus, how a gas station clerk saved the day after noticing something just wasn't right. The baby girl who is safe at home this morning thanks to one woman trusting her gut. And Twitter hack, a slew of stars finding themselves victim of Twitter hackers. We've got the outrageous tweets that are being sent in their names, and we're going to tell you what you can do to protect your own account. It's a growing problem across the country. We're going to get to that story much more straight ahead on Good Morning America. Back to you, Stephanie.
Deanna, thank you so much. And coming up this Saturday morning, an RTA bus driver is in another violent fight with a passenger, but it's all caught on camera. What had them throwing punches? We'll have that. Plus, LeBron James and rehab? That's home rehab, how the king is helping a local family with some serious home renovations. But before that, we leave you with a live look outside on our Universal Windows Direct Skycam. You're watching Good Morning Cleveland.
Hi, I'm AJ Petiti. At Petiti's, we've got a fantastic selection of patio furniture in the hottest colors, fabrics, and finishes. Let us help you create your perfect outdoor living space. Right now, save up to 50% off on our 2014 patio collection. Stop into Petiti's today.
Levin's 4th of July sale continues through Monday, July 7th. This is it. Your chance to get an unbelievable offer. Save up to 55% off furniture and mattresses. Get interest-free financing for 60 months. Plus, get a $100 gift card and free delivery on your entire order. Not only that, we'll have doorbusters Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It's our best ever 4th of July sale, and it's only at Levin Furniture.
What I like most about Spitzer is the family-like atmosphere.
There was no pressure from my salesperson. He listened to what I wanted.
But I loved how eager everyone at Spitzer was to answer my questions and how helpful they all were.
The best thing about my experience was I felt I was listened to.
When I went to Spitzer, they actually took the time to make sure I liked what I was buying.
You'll be hard-pressed to find a more honest place that treats you fair.
I was very impressed.
Life is hard. Car buying shouldn't be. See what our customers are saying and shop a huge selection at Spitzer.com.
Shields are compromised. We have multiple failures.
What's that alarm?
Fuel cell 2 is down. I'm going to have to get her in manually.
This is very exciting. But I'm at my stop.
Come again?
I'm watching this on the train. It's so hard to leave. Good luck with everything.
Watch TV virtually anywhere with the UVerse TV app. With AT&T, the UVerse revolves around you.
Selling mattresses the traditional way isn't the best way. Most are made in a large factory and shipped hundreds of miles to a retailer's warehouse, where the retailer then marks them up and up before finally selling and delivering them. At the Original Mattress Factory, we take a straightforward approach. We have eliminated the extra steps and created a direct line from our factory to you, saving you hundreds of dollars. So experience more than just a mattress store. Experience an original, the Original Mattress Factory.
Hi, I'm AJ Petiti. At Petiti's, we've got a huge selection of annuals and perennials grown right here in our greenhouses in Columbia Station, Ohio. We deliver all of your favorite annuals and perennials to our stores every day so you get the freshest, highest quality plants for your home. Right now, your favorite hanging baskets are buy two, get one free.
The news continues right now on News Channel 5 on your side.
Good morning, Cleveland. It's Saturday, July 5th. You're taking a live look at Tri-C's Western Campus in Parma. We're just 2 hours away from the Run for the Pierogies. Is that how you say it? Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you for starting your day with us. I'm Stephanie Ramirez alongside Tara Blake. We're talking about the weather today, especially for that run.
Hashtag fantastic fill-ins. We've got Mama Kristen at home taking care of baby Caleb. That is not even yet a week old. And Trent was filling in for Mark last night. So glad to be here with you this morning. And especially when you have great weather like this to report on.
Definitely.
Right?
Isn't it? There's a movie, The Replacements, and I think they win, so.
Okay. That means we're winning today, hopefully. And I think you're winning when it comes to the forecast, too. Let's get you outside. The reason for the change, high pressure. It has settled in and has decided to take over, allowing not only great weather for your 4th, but honestly even better weather for your weekend because it's a little warmer, so you can actually make your way out and about and not feel like you need the jackets once we lose that sunshine. Still watching Tropical Storm Arthur, still having that tropical storm characteristics, but to be at that tropical storm kind of category, you still have to see those winds up there. And at this point, they're at 70 miles per hour. 74 is that hurricane status. So we have a while to go before we drop back down into the 30s, and that's where we lose that characteristic. But weakening for sure, dumping a lot of rainfall in the northeast. The good news is, past today, we finally get a break for the northeast. For us here at home, that great weather is actually contributing to some cooler morning temperatures. The house feeling comfortable, right? We're anywhere from 1 degree to 5 degrees below yesterday's start, which was equally as cool. 55 now for Elyria, Worcester at 50 degrees, 49 in Mentor. Good morning to you in Medina. 48, your morning starts. Maybe the beach is in your plans today. Remember the sunscreen, you will need it. Daytime highs putting us back into the middle 70s, so that little warmer air will certainly help. Water temperature still chilly at 72 degrees, and that's for the islands. Close to Cleveland, we're still in the 50s, but it does warm up here, hopefully soon. All right, we'll take another look at your forecast coming up in just a moment. For now, Steph, what's up in news?
All right, thank you, Tara. Now to a story we've been covering all week. Family and friends will gather today to say goodbye to a local restaurant owner. Jim Brennan was gunned down inside his popular Cleveland Heights restaurant, Brennan's Colony, on Monday. 2 sets of brothers have been charged with his murder, and one of the men worked in the kitchen at the restaurant. Brennan's funeral is this morning at 9 o'clock at Jesu Catholic Church in University Heights. And police have made an arrest in a fatal hit-and-skip crash in Lakewood. It happened at about 3 in the morning yesterday on Cook Avenue. Police are releasing few details, but as News Channel 5's Michael Baldwin explains, alcohol may have been a factor in the man's death.
Lakewood police say 36-year-old David Najette was struck and killed by a suspected drunk driver early this morning. They got the call about 3:45, and they said when they arrived, they saw his body laying in the road dead in the 1300 block of Cook Avenue.
Shortly after 3:30 or so, woke up and saw these lights flashing on the walls. It was sirens. I went out and looked out the window and saw a body laying in the street.
Now, police tell us that the suspect was traveling this way, which is southbound on Cook Avenue, when he hit the victim. Now, they didn't have to travel far to find the suspected drunk driver. That's because he lives on this road. Police say he left the scene and then drove to his home and parked his car. And that's where he found him, and they arrested him. The victim lives just down the street from where his body was found. Neighbors say he was quiet and kept to himself. The Red Cross tells News Channel 5 that Najette worked for them on the blood services side. Lakewood police say the investigation continues to find out exactly what happened in the early morning hours of July 4th. The suspect has been arrested for OVI. Police will not give us his name until he has been charged. That is expected to happen sometime tomorrow. On your side in Lakewood, I'm Michael Baldwin, News Channel 5.
And the Red Cross did release a statement saying, in part, the American Red Cross is deeply saddened by the loss of David Nijet. Our thoughts are with his family and friends during this difficult time. And take a look at this new video, an RTA driver fighting with an unruly passenger. This happened on Cleveland's west side. That's the driver in the blue shirt. A passenger who shot this cell phone video says the two men exchanged several punches before the fight was broken up. An RTA spokesperson tells News Channel 5 the altercation started when the driver asked the passenger to turn down his music. The rider refused, and the situation that is quickly escalated. RTA police took the suspect into custody, but so far no charges have been filed and the driver's name is not being released. Well, next week marks 7 years since the disappearance of Ashley Summers. She was just 14 years old when she vanished from the area of West 96th and Madison. Ashley's family spent their holiday weekend at Edgewater Beach passing out flyers. Her grandmother, Linda Summers, believes she's still alive and is hoping someone can give them answers.
I think that she may be brainwashed against her will. She may be thinking that nobody else in her family cares about her, or that maybe threats have been made against her family, and she's told not to contact them. But I think she's just in a bad circumstance and doesn't realize that there's people out there that love her and really want her home.
If you know what happened to Ashley Summers or where she is, call the FBI or your local police department. They are offering a reward. LeBron James is teaming up with the show Rehab Accident to turn around several Akron homes, according to our partners at the Akron Beacon Journal. The basketball star's Family Foundation is teaming up with the home renovation show to make over the house and yard of a middle school student and her family. The 10-day project will also involve improving the yards of 9 other families throughout the city. Work will start in August, and the episode will air this fall. Now, you're probably going to enjoy some ice cream this holiday weekend. Ever wonder where it comes from and how it's made? You can find out today at Lake Metro Park Farm Park. That's from 9 until 5 tonight, and you can try your hand at making some ice cream and meet the cows that produce the milk and cream. Hi, Bessie. And if you can't make it this weekend, the event runs every weekend in July. And after that, you can get some ice cream and then go check out the Boston Mills Art Fest. It's happening at the scenic Cuyahoga Valley National Park. It's the 43rd year for the show, featuring local artists, and it runs through Sunday. Next on Good Morning Cleveland, Flags of Honor, a touching display for our fallen heroes. Why the tour is very personal for one Ohio man. And keeping the AC humming, we have some on your side ideas to keep you from melting this summer. And Tara, hopefully that weather will help us out for this weekend.
I think it will. Take a look at this gorgeous sunrise in Parma as they get ready for the run for pierogies. Sounds delicious. Maybe you should check in on the fun. We've got a full look at Parma and your Power 5 forecast coming up next. Good Saturday morning.
Jump into summer fun at Pete Bauer Buick GMC. Pete Bauer will not be undersold. Check out the new Buick Encore with payments starting at just $229. Plus, receive 2 years free maintenance. Experience your low-price destination in Strongsville. Pete Bauer Buick GMC.
In a race, it's about getting to the finish line. In life, it's how you get there that matters most. It's important to know the difference. Like when I found out I had a blood clot on my leg, my doctor said that it could travel to my lungs and become an even bigger problem, and that I had to take action. So he talked to me about Xarelto.
Xarelto is the first oral prescription blood thinner proven to treat and help prevent DVT and PE that doesn't require regular blood monitoring or changes to your diet.
For a prior DVT, I took warfarin, which required routine blood testing and dietary restrictions. Not this time. While I was taking Xarelto, I still had to stop racing, but I didn't have to deal with that blood monitoring routine. You made great time. I found another way.
Don't stop taking Xarelto Rivaroxaban unless your doctor tells you to. While taking Xarelto, you may bruise more easily, and it may take longer for bleeding to stop. Xarelto may increase your risk of bleeding if you take certain medicines. Xarelto can cause serious bleeding, and in rare cases may be fatal. Get help right away if you develop unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling. If you have had spinal anesthesia while on Xarelto, watch for back pain or any nerve or muscle-related signs or symptoms. Do not take Xarelto if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. Tell your doctor before all planned medical or dental procedures. Before starting Xarelto, tell your doctor about any conditions, such as kidney, liver, or bleeding problems. Xarelto is proven to reduce the risk of DVT and PE. With Xarelto, there is no regular blood monitoring and no known dietary restrictions.
Treatment with Xarelto was the right move for me.
Ask your doctor about Xarelto today. For more information, including savings options, download the Xarelto Patient Center app. Call 1-888-XARELTO or visit teamxarelto.com.
Jump into summer fun at Pete Bauer Buick GMC. Pete Bauer will not be undersold. Check out the new GMC Terrain with payments starting at just $229. Plus, receive 2 years free maintenance. Experience your low-price destination in Strongsville. Pete Bauer Buick GMC.
20 minutes until 7 a.m. with beautiful sunshine all across home. So what would you like to do on a sunny Saturday? I put that question out on my Facebook and Twitter, and guess what? We have quite a few people saying, it's golf for me. That's what Rick's saying. He is trying to beat his son this afternoon. So let's break down that golfing forecast. If that's in your plans today, too, I think it's a good plan. So beautiful sunshine for those early morning tee times. You have sunshine until 9 o'clock tonight, so no excuses. Go ahead and pencil it in. 73 here for you, Rick, as we start this afternoon with warmer temperatures, but still very comfortable. A light northern wind, which may affect your game a little bit, but I don't think it should be bad. We have that sunshine at 76 for your daytime high, but the rain is trying to return. We'll talk about how soon, how much, and where those temperatures are soon to go too. That's all up in just a few minutes. For right now, Steph, what else is coming up?
All right, thank you, Tara. We're pretty cool today, but the key to keeping your AC humming along during the hot summer months is proper maintenance. But if maintenance sometimes slips your mind, many HVAC companies are offering yearly service agreements so someone doesn't forget. And the most basic plans start around $150 and include a checkup and a tune-up for your system at the start of the summer and winter seasons. Some also include priority emergency service and a discount on parts. Keep in mind, the more services in the agreement, the more you pay.
The drawbacks are you're paying for the expense up front, and you may not end up needing it. For example, you may not have a repair on your unit this year. So it's really important to understand the condition of your unit before you make the decision to buy a maintenance agreement.
And Angie says if the repair cost multiplied by the age of the unit is more than $5,000, you should replace the unit. And if it's under, go ahead and repair it. For more information on this story and other Angie's List reports, visit newsnet5.com and click on the Money tab. And still ahead on Good Morning Cleveland, July 4th storm, dozens killed and hundreds of homes destroyed. Decades later, Mark Johnson takes us back to that deadly day in Northeast Ohio. Patriotic rock. You've probably seen this before passing on the highway, but how did it get there? The story behind it coming up next. Plus, we are live in Parma this morning where the Pierogi Run kicks off in just a few hours. We'll be right back.
Consistently ranked among the best private schools in Northeast Ohio, Andrews Osborne Academy offers co-ed elementary, middle, and secondary education in a multicultural setting. Enrollment opportunities and financial aid are available. Call today or visit us online.
At Maaco, we don't think new is necessarily better. So instead of giving up on the car you used to love, bring it to Maaco. For only $299, we'll give your entire car a fresh coat of paint. It's time to give your car a second chance. Maaco, America's body shop.
Cash explosions are bursting everywhere. It's the Ohio Lottery's Cash Explosion Instant Game. Now with more prizes and better odds. And new ways to win. Plus, an entry ticket now gives you the chance to win a daily prize of $1,000 or a spot on the TV show to win 50 grand or more. Cash Explosion. More explosive than ever.
Conviction, creativity, courage. This is the Mazda way. It's why the IIHS named both the Mazda 3 and Mazda 6 a top safety pick plus. And both are named a Car and Driver 10 Best. What do you drive? Get the 2015 Mazda 6 for 0.9% APR for 60 months during Mazda's 4th of July weekend sales event.
When you open your garage door, does it sound like this? Hi, I'm Jim.
And I'm Jeff of Precision Garage Door of Cleveland.
Avoid the aggravation and inconvenience of a broken garage door. Call Precision Door today, and your first service call is free.
Our trained technicians will arrive the same day, even after hours or weekends at no extra charge.
Call by Wednesday and get your first service call free. That's a value of $65.
Call Precision Garage Door of Cleveland.
We fix garage doors right.
Kia's once-a-year Sign It and Drive It sales event. It's never been easier to get behind the wheel of a new Kia. With 0 down and 0 to its signing, you can drive off in a fun-to-drive 2014 Soul or the sporty 2015 Optima LX. Both are backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. And KBB.com just named Kia as 2014's best value brand. Get your best deal at Kia's Sign It and Drive It sales event. Sign and drive a Soul or Optima LX for 0 down and 0 to at least signing for qualified lessees. See your local Kia dealer before this offer ends.
Major Rocco M. Barnes, United States Army.
A very touching display and ceremony takes place to remember those who gave their lives for their country. You're looking at the commemoration tour that travels the state in the days surrounding the July 4th holiday. Now it's in Olmsted Falls. It's called Ohio Flags of Honor, and it's a moving tribute to Ohio servicemen and women who were killed in Iraq, Afghanistan, and throughout the world fighting terrorism. The dad who started Flags of Honor did so to remember his own son and the 289 other Ohio troops who have or are fallen heroes. Paul Kiska shows us how it's a labor of love, but the road is getting rougher.
Each American flag represents Ohio servicemen and women killed in Iraq, Afghanistan, or anywhere in the world fighting terrorism. The name of the fallen hero placed on the flags by Gino Zimmer, whose son, Army Private First Class Nicholas Zimmer, was killed in Iraq in 2004.
Zimmer, United States Army.
Zimmer started the Ohio Flags of Honor tour to make sure Ohio's fallen heroes are always remembered.
Well, I grew up during Vietnam. The soldiers and how they were treated and stuff. I was too young to go, but I just didn't want to see it happen again.
Zimmer recently made flag number 290. Every time Zimmer takes the flag tour to a city like Olmsted Falls, the name of every fallen hero is read aloud, and family members or a veterans group carries and places the flag until all the flags are together.
Lance Corporal Andrew W. Nowacki, United States Marine Corps. Lance Corporal Daniel R. Sherry, United States Marine Corps.
Zimmer stores and cares for the flags and treats every flag
with respect, grace, kind hands. I handle it properly. You know, it is a reflection of that person.
Zimmer hauls the flags around Ohio in his 22-year-old truck, which is breaking down.
We're grassroots, so we don't have no big donations and stuff, but I'm holding it together. I had to borrow a couple buddies' trucks for a couple events.
The Ohio Flags of Honor display is on tour here at Olmsted Falls City Hall through Saturday at 3 p.m. Next stop, Castelia, Ohio, July 18th through the 20th. Reporting Olmsted Falls, Paul Kiska, News Channel 5.
And Paul tells us Gino Zimmer donates his time and has started a nonprofit organization to keep the Ohio Flags of Honor tour going. You can learn more at ohioflagsofhonor.org or make a donation if you'd like to. We also have the link online at newsnet5.com. If you've ever driven along a stretch of Lorain County, you've probably seen this huge American flag painted on a rock over the highway. The rock is part of an old quarry, which had been there long before the highway came through. Well, 38 years ago, on July 4th, 1976, the nation's bicentennial Grant Thompson and his sister secretly painted it to mark the nation's 200th birthday.
Jumped the fence and dragged the ladder with us. And she got up on a ledge and painted the blue square, and I painted the whole background white. We went for lunch. We went to the hardware and told them what we were doing. They donated the paint for the red. We came back and finished it up after lunch, and by that evening we were in Cleveland watching the fireworks.
What a great story. Well, you can check it out for yourself. Just take the Ohio route through Amherst. And you can't miss it. Amherst, that is. You cannot miss it. It's really cool to see, especially now, this time of the year.
And actually, it's even better now that we know the backstory.
Yeah, right?
You know, it's pretty
Brother
cool.
and sister duo, although I don't know that that's legal.
I wouldn't suggest it,
can't
especially
condone
on a busy road. It's a good point. But we're proud that they did it, that's for sure. All right, weather-wise here for us, I think hanging outside with families, brother and sisters, need to be poolside, golfing, I don't know, just relaxing in this kind of weather is the ultimate goal as high pressure slides to the east, keeping those nice, comfortable temperatures in place here to start, but we will warm it up by the end of the weekend back into the middle 80s. See that front back west? It shall deliver some rain chances starting Sunday nights and certainly for Monday. Here and now, though, focusing on the positive. Comfortable starts. And if you're still a little sleepy, just step outside. You'll say, whoa. Is this July in Ohio? Yeah, it doesn't exactly feel like it. So it gets you up, gets you going. 49 in Mentor, 48 Ashtabula, 48 in Medina here too. 53 in Cleveland, same story for Akron, 54 Canton. Good morning to you here in Sandusky. You're a little better at 57. Daytime high today, though, 76. You got to find the shades, maybe even the hat, too, if you can, if you're going to be outside all day long. A light northern breeze at times will be noticeable, which will just help to keep those temperatures feeling even more comfortable. Now, as you're out and about, sunscreen a necessity too. 8 out of 11 is our UV index for today, 15-30 minutes in the sun, and you will get burnt. So if you've got that nice, beautiful tan going, you don't want to get a burn on top of it. Come on. If you're going to be out on the water here today, much better conditions than even what we were finding yesterday. Waves are a lot less, 2 feet or less for that matter. Winds will be shifting out of the west to the southeast at less than 10. Water trying to warm up a little bit. 72 is still cool for the islands, but certainly better than the 58 for our crib temperature. Tonight's another big night for our tribe. You get the Larry Doby jersey tonight, those first fans. Very cool. You can have that forever. Fireworks will be going off late tonight, too. Temperature-wise, 60s for your first pitch. Some of us feeling that 70 air before we get there, but remember, lakeside could be a little cooler. We're looking at clear and dry, quiet conditions with your winds on the light side for that game. But maybe you're noticing the yard needing a little bit of a drink. You didn't get much in the form of rainfall over this week. Well, that rain chance certainly increases for us as we make our way into that Sunday time frame. Here's some timing for you. 1 a.m. Yep, right about that time when I'm headed into work, we're going to see that rainfall appear. Does try and take a break for the morning commute, which is good for Monday, considering it's after a long holiday. We don't want any problems. It does reappear for your Monday afternoon. So if you need a day to take a nap, kind of catch up on all that sleep that maybe you didn't get over the weekend, Monday is certainly the day to do it. Let's take a look now at your Power 5 7-day forecast. Notice temperatures going up. Today's high 76, 84 for your Sunday with scattered rain chances starting Monday. Steph?
Well, fireworks are a usual and expected part of our 4th of July traditions, but back on July 4th in 1969, it was Mother Nature who put on the fireworks show that will never be forgotten by the people who lived through it. It was one of the deadliest and severe weather events in Ohio history. Chief Meteorologist Mark Johnson takes us back.
It is known as the Ohio Fireworks Derecho of 1969, a line of severe storms so massive, hundreds of miles long, that it affected every city and county from Toledo to Conneaut south to the Ohio River. The line of storms formed across southern lower Michigan that fateful afternoon and exploded in strength over Lake Erie's western basin. The storms then slammed greater Cleveland and the Lake Erie shore just before 8 p.m. that warm Friday night. All this just as thousands of spectators gathered outside for picnics and parties, and hundreds of pleasure boats anchored along the shoreline awaiting holiday fireworks displays. The straight-line winds gusted between 80 and 100 miles per hour. Several tornadoes grew from the massive squall line as well, including one that injured 40 people in Perry in Lake County east of Cleveland. The wind damage was so massive all across the region, especially in Lakewood and west side suburbs.
When we first got to the park here, I remember the sky up there, it was like a weird green. It was like what sky shouldn't look like, to be honest with you.
News Channel 5 producer Dale Kirk was 14 at the time, and he and his siblings were in Lakewood Park, along with hundreds of others when the storms hit with hurricane-force winds.
And I remember I literally left the ground. The wind picked us up at some point, and then shot this down. I couldn't believe this was happening.
Thousands of trees toppled, 10,000 homes damaged in all, and several people dead and injured due to falling debris. 700 boats were swamped, while the Coast Guard had to rescue more than 100 boaters in Lake Erie. But the carnage was not over. The storms moved south toward Worcester, Akron, and Canton, and along the way, they dropped an astounding 10 to 14 inches of rain from Sandusky Bay south to Shreve in Wayne County. The result was historic flooding, records that still stand today. In all, 41 people died that night, 25 due to drowning. 500 others were injured, and also 10,000 homes damaged, destroyed. Damage estimates in today's money would top $1 billion.
Whenever the wind started blowing or like a normal thunderstorm came in, I freaked out. I got nervous because I thought it was going to happen again. And it's like, it took a long time to get over that. I'll tell you, I remember it like it was yesterday.
And severe events will happen like this again.
Yeah, they certainly will. But through better technology like the Power 5 Doppler network and better communication like our Storm Shield app, we're able to get out those warnings to you wherever you are in whatever situation. So this way the losses will hopefully never be as devastating again. And storms like that are what, for the most part, allows us meteorologists to get into the business so we can make sure things like that don't happen again.
Right, very important. Thank you, Tara. All right, well, coming up on this Saturday, it's been 60 years since Sam Shepard was arrested for the murder of his wife, Marilyn. We look at how the notorious crime changed both Bay Village and the media forever. Plus,
the winning artist has finally been announced at the Chagrin Valley Art Center. I'm Dave Arnold in Chagrin Falls. I'll have that winning design in a few moments.
Hi, I'm Macy Jepson. Being a mom, I get it. Mornings are hectic.
We're late.
For me, On Your Side is helping make your mornings run smoothly.
We're working hard to keep you informed, letting you know exactly what it looks like outside your door.
I love knowing that I've helped make someone's day a little better. That's why I'm on your side.
We're going to continue our live coverage to keep you safe as you head out the door.
Tomorrow, have a cup with us. Watch Good Morning Cleveland from 4:30 till 7 a.m. on News Channel 5.
Jump into summer fun at Pete Bauer Buick GMC. Pete Bauer will not be undersold. Check out the new Buick Encore with payments starting at just $229. Plus, receive 2 years free maintenance. Experience your low-price destination in Strongsville. Pete Bauer Buick GMC.
Nobody beats a Doug deal. Now through Monday on every 2014 Chevrolet. No money down, 0% finance, no payment for 90 days.
The best deal is always a Doug deal. Doug Chevrolet.
I like that peanut butter and I like this peanut butter. But when my mom buys this peanut butter, she has money left over to buy me other good stuff, like juice boxes. I think he's saying he likes me. Yeah, he likes me.
At Aldi, our low prices are always easy to swallow. Aldi has been named 2014 Retailer of the Year by Private Label Store Brands magazine. Aldi, simply smarter shopping.
This is big. Really big. Toyota's 4th of July sales event is back. Now through Monday only. Get 0% financing on 12 different new Toyotas. Or get the lowest leases of the year. Like this Toyota Care 24-month lease on Corolla for just $149 a month. Or the 51 MPG Prius Liftback for just $189 a month. With no cost maintenance included. Toyota's 4th of July sales event. This is big. But it all ends Monday. Toyota, let's go places.
Nobody beats a Doug deal. Now through Monday on every 2014 Chevrolet. No money down, 0% finance, no payment for 90 days.
The best deal is always a Doug deal. Doug Chevrolet.
Jump into summer fun at Pete Bauer Buick GMC. Pete Bauer will not be undersold. Check out the new GMC Terrain with payments starting at just $229. Plus, receive 2 years free maintenance. Experience your low-price destination in Strongsville. Pete Bauer Buick GMC.
Thanks for joining us for Good Morning Cleveland Saturday. I'm Power of 5 meteorologist Tara Blake, filling in for Trent McGill. If you're still a little sleepy on this Saturday, great weather, so help get you up and get you going. You've got to enjoy it while it's here because rainfall moving back in and some hot, steamy temperatures too. For us here today, quite enjoyable. A little cool this morning in the 50s, but we're bouncing back nicely this afternoon at a high of 76, 84 for your Sunday. I'll talk more about next week's change coming up in just a few minutes. Steph?
Thank you, Tara. Well, we've reported several times on the is it art or a sign debate in Sugar Falls. Well, this time, the Valley Arts Center, there is a compromise, and it has been made between village officials and the Arts Center. News Channel 5's Dave Arnold has that decision.
The old mural is still here, an incomplete design that had been worked on by 3 artists, forced to quit after Chagrin Falls village officials declared it a sign, even though there weren't any words on this side parking lot's wall. Just too large, according to village standards.
Is this going to be the top? This is the top of the building.
Chagrin Valley Arts Center's director, Marianne Bryce, says that's all in the past.
We did agree with the village that we would paint over it, and we created a competition with a number of artists who entered.
The 3 artists that were working on this will have to see this whitewash. It'll be primered and painted over, ready for the artist's new design.
We narrowed it down to one final artist named Bud Deal, and this is his design. What ends up being a wonderful thing is that Bud has history with the Art Center. Bud is a resident of the community, and he is an artist with a tremendous following. He's a teacher, he's an artist, he is a philosopher. There's something in it for everybody, for children, for visitors. There are things that allude to the village. We have the balloons. We have the art by the falls. You can see the building where Starbucks and other organizations are, the historic car.
When is this going to be done?
Well, before the snow flies is our goal. And some people might be bitter and say that could be July 31st, but we're hoping that the end of October is what our goal is.
In Chagrin Falls, I'm Dave Arnold.
We're told the artist who declined an interview likes to work left to right. So if you're driving by the center on Bell Road, you'll see the first stages of his drawings in the coming weeks. Time right now to get started for another full hour of Good Morning Cleveland. It starts right now.
On your side with Northeast Ohio's best coverage. This is News Channel 5.
Now at 7, saying goodbye to the community, or the community that is, gathers to remember a popular restaurant owner while police continue to investigate his murder. Plus, another mass shooting, this time in Indianapolis. 7 people shot overnight. We're getting the latest details from our sister station. And a deadly fall, a toddler drops from a 2nd-story window. What police are saying led to the fall. Then a life-changing surgery, how a boy went from spending months in the hospital to playing in the Continental Cup. Thank you for starting your morning with us here on Good Morning Cleveland. I'm Stephanie Ramirez alongside Tara Blake.
Good morning.
A great 4th of July night, great weather, and great for the weekend, too.
Yeah, it looks like even better weather for the weekend. Some were saying yesterday, especially through the evening hours, was a little cool. So we're going to warm it up through your afternoon. It's going to get even warmer for your Sunday. So if maybe the pool was a little chilly, it's about to be back and warm. Let's get you going with what you can expect here for your Saturday morning. There's a lot of fun happening across the area. Or maybe it's just another day to enjoy those 4th of July festivities on July 5th. We've got 50s here in Cleveland to start. Pittsburgh a little cooler at 51, 52, Cincinnati, Indianapolis at 60 degrees. That's a sign of things to come. While we are free and dry of problems now, we do have a little bit of a warm front that'll advance in towards the end of your weekend into a cold front, and that'll bring those rain chances. For now, though, we're kind of in this high pressure bubble, which keeps the better weather on top of us and the mess around us. Still noticing a lot of rainfall because of Tropical Storm Arthur. Winds at around 70 miles per hour. Moving off to the northeast at 22, though, likely to be over Nova Scotia and continuing to move away from the northeast so they, too, can enjoy the Happy Birthday to America celebrations. When it comes to your Saturday weather, Akron, Kenton, faring pretty nice, though. A chilly start in the 50s. Look at that gorgeous sunshine. About here, you need to apply your sunscreen again here and again here. Yeah, because I imagine you're going to be spending a lot of time outside. Talking mid and upper 70s today. A full look into your weekend forecast is coming up in just a moment. Steph?
All right, Tara, thank you. Breaking news overnight. The Coast Guard rescued around 7 people from Lake Erie. Authorities say their boat hit a break while just north of Burke Lakefront Airport at around 11 o'clock last night. We know one person was taken to the hospital. The Coast Guard says alcohol was not a factor. And today, in just a couple of hours, a popular Cleveland Heights restaurant owner will be laid to rest. The funeral for Jim Brennan starts at 9 o'clock, and that's today at Jesu Catholic Church in University Heights. Brennan was shot and killed inside his restaurant, Brennan's Colony, earlier this week. Police charged 2 sets of brothers in the murder. They appear in court next week. One of the suspects worked in the kitchen at Brennan's Colony and knew the victim. Also today, we're expecting to learn more about the man arrested for a deadly hit and run in Lakewood. Police say that driver was drunk when he hit 36-year-old David Najette, and he hit him with his car on Cook Avenue early yesterday morning. He then drove to his house down the street, which is where police found him. The commotion woke neighbors.
Shortly after 3:30 or so, woke up and saw these lights flashing on the walls. It was sirens. I went out and looked out the window and saw a body laying in the street.
The victim also lives just down the street from where the crash happened. The Red Cross tells us Najette worked for them in the blood services side. Now, a 2-year-old is in intensive care this morning, and we did learn from reports that 2-year-old did die after falling out of a second-story window. It happened yesterday afternoon at this apartment complex on Mayfield Road in Cleveland Heights. The mother's boyfriend was watching the child when it happened. Authorities rushed to the toddler, that is, to Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital. No word on her condition yet or if there will be any charges. Now to a little lighter news. Cleveland celebrated Independence Day with an explosive holiday display in the Flats, and if you missed it, here's a look. Large crowds filled Settlers Landing and the Nautica Pavilion in the Flats. Families also packed the beach at Edgewater Park and several other lakefront viewing spots to catch a glimpse of the big fireworks show. And just because the 4th of July has now passed, that doesn't mean fireworks are fizzling out. Several local communities still have displays this weekend, including today in Brunswick, Hudson, and Portage Lakes. And to find out which are closest to you or in your neighborhood, just head to newsnet5.com. We do have a complete list there. Well, the old saying goes, knee-high by the 4th of July, and despite a soggy spring, the sweet corn crop in Northeast Ohio should be there. That's according to the Chronicle-Telegram. Many farmers got a late start to planting due to the rain, but farmers say we should still be able to get our hands on some sweet corn this year in about 1 to 2 weeks, so mark your calendars there. And by the way, I am getting very hungry. We're now running to Parma, that is, the streets of Parma for the 4th annual Parma Run for Pierogies, which kicks off in a little bit. It starts at Tri-C's Western Campus on Pleasant Valley Road, and after the race, runners will be rewarded with pierogies. Proceeds benefit the American Cancer Society Parma Area Relay for Life. Well, the Blossom Music Festival's opening concert is tonight with the Cleveland Orchestra featuring the New World Symphony. There's also a fireworks show after the performance. Under 18s free. Lawn tickets there also available this season, so you can get 2 free tickets for anyone under the age of 18 for every regular priced adult ticket. The concert series runs through the end of August. Now we're looking at skin cancer, the most common form of cancer in the United States. And today the Skin Cancer Foundation and Rite Aid are teaming up to help save lives. They're offering free screenings in Strongsville. The Road to Healthy Skin RV is stopping at the Rite Aid on Pearl Road from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. today. They're offering free full-body skin cancer screenings to anyone that stops by. Now, coming up on Good Morning Cleveland, it changed Northeast Ohio forever. Leon Bibb looks at the Sam Shepard murder case in this week's My Ohio. And a special singer at the ballpark tonight. We talked to Sandy Alomar's daughter. Indians fans, you got to know who this is. Tara.
And speaking of the ballpark, I'll let you know how you can get this shirt tonight for free. The forecast is back.
Jump into summer fun at Pete Bauer Buick GMC. Pete Bauer will not be undersold. Check out the new Buick Encore with payments starting at just $229. Plus, receive 2 years free maintenance. Experience your low-price destination in Strongsville. Pete Bauer Buick GMC.
All right, we've done a full inspection, and here's your estimate.
Measurement complete.
Front brakes? That's all I need?
At
NTV, we only service what you need. Now get a summer price break. Buy 3, get 1 free with paid installation. Buy 3 select tires, get the 4th free instantly. Plus special financing for a limited time. Buy 3, get 1 free. NTV Tire and Service Centers. That's all you need.
Hello there, I'm Don Webster. I want to introduce you to Unique Home Solutions. 31 years old in Indiana, but brand new to Cleveland. Unique installs only American-made products, and they do it with their own employees, never subcontractors. And their warranties don't expire until after you do. Get to know the future leaders in home remodeling in Northeast Ohio.
Unique Home Solutions, 1-800-800-1971.
Don't do it! Your account balance is $38. How much is that?
It's $40.
40. With an overdraft fee of $35? Is that blouse really worth $75? It doesn't even have sleeves.
We have shirts with sleeves.
Don't get charged overdraft fees. Switch to the new KeyBank hassle-free account. It's a checkless account with payment options and no monthly fees, plus a $150 gift.
At Maaco, we don't think new is necessarily better. So instead of giving up on the car you used to love, bring it to Maaco. For only $299, we'll give your entire car a fresh coat of paint. It's time to give your car a second chance. Maaco, America's body shop.
Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery's Red, White, and Blue sale with 4th of July savings on recliners, sofas, sectionals, and more. Save on America's #1 name for comfort. Hurry, these savings won't last long. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
Jump into summer fun at Pete Bauer Buick GMC. Pete Bauer will not be undersold. Check out the new GMC Terrain with payments starting at just $229. Plus, receive 2 years free maintenance. Experience your low-price destination in Strongsville. Pete Bauer Buick GMC.
Almost 10 minutes past 7 a.m. Good morning to ya. You've made it to your Saturday after a fun and very eventful July 4th. If you need something to get you up and get you going, well, guess what? We've got some great weather for you. We have beautiful sunshine for your afternoon here this morning and some 50s. So I'm focusing on the grill forecast because I think it's going to take a few moments before everyone kind of gets up and gets going. So if you need something to do, today is a griller's delight. 70s and sunny here for us by 12 o'clock. If you're maybe a little bit later into the afternoon for another round of hot dogs and hamburgers, you've got 76, 75 at 6 o'clock. Can we take a live look outside as it looks like Parma is waking up here this morning. Some beautiful sunshine for us. We do have a great forecast in place for the rest of your weekend, but we'll take a look at your Power 5 7-day coming up in just a few minutes. For now, it's time for your Kia travel forecast.
Brought to you by Kia and the new 2014 Sorento crossover. It has an answer for everything. To learn more, visit your Northern Ohio Kia retailer or go to mykiacleveland.com.
60 years ago in Bay Village, police were scouring a house owned by Dr. Sam Shepard for clues in the brutal murder of his wife, Marilyn. The murder of the woman and the 2 trials her husband stood began a story which is still compelling today. In tonight's My Ohio, Leon Bibb looks at the building closely tied to the Dr. Sam Shepard and how that building is being used today.
With a curious past, draws gazes from passerbys who know its tragedy. This building has seen much and been much in its strange role in a case of murder. The mysterious story of Bay Village physician Sam Shepard, who was tried twice for killing his wife, Marilyn. A mystery swirled here because at the time of the 1954 murder, it was a hospital owned by the Shepard family, a father and son physicians, where son Sam was rising in prominence.
Anybody who comes into Cleveland obviously knows of the Sam Shepard story.
Bob Soderquist studies the case from an unusual perspective. He lives in the Bay Village building, once the Shepard's Bayview Hospital, and now a condominium. Kashil Mara Condominiums does not shun the Shepard connection, but displays it prominently, labeling the building once owned by
probably one of the most renowned physician families at its time.
The Shepard story was nationally gripping. Its news coverage was later deemed out of bounds and overboard. The Cleveland Press had led the drumbeat for the arrest of Sam Shepard, its editor pressuring authorities to bring him in. 27 days after Marilyn's murder, Dr. Sam was arrested and charged.
Because of the Shepard case, it's actually a piece of American history because that changed the way we do everything with regard to the newspapers.
Because news coverage went too far, the U.S. Supreme Court 12 years later ruled massive, pervasive, and prejudicial publicity prevented Shepard from receiving a fair trial. In 1966, in a second trial, Dr. Sam was acquitted. Once again, the Shepard Hospital became the talk. Eyes again stared at the Shepard home, the murder scene, and the Shepard workplace. The old former hospital is still here.
We were looking for a place that was going to be unique.
Always unique. The structure began as a home in 1896 when Cleveland businessman Washington Lawrence built it and moved in with his wife and 7 daughters. More than a half-century later, the Shepard family of doctors bought the house, converting it into an osteopathic hospital. Many years after Marilyn Shepard's murder, it was sold for condominiums.
I think that's important that that be part of the picture, the snapshot, if you will, of the history of this building.
Perhaps because the Shepard mystery so overshadowed anything else. History and mystery are never far away. Condo owner Bob Soderquist and real estate agent Lou Barbie stand in storage units where once Sam Shepard performed surgeries.
Tell you the number of people that I have come to look at these who will say, yeah, I had my leg set here, I was born in this hospital.
It was actually the operating room to the hospital when Sam Shepard and his family had their practice here in the Bay Village Hospital.
If these walls could talk, the stories they would tell. They have seen much since 1896. They have been residential, hospital, only to become residential once again. But of course, the big story is the story of Sam Shepard, who worked inside these walls in 1954 when his wife Marilyn was murdered. If these walls could talk, but then again, these walls remain silent. But in a way, the Cashel-Mara condominium walls do speak of the Shepards and the tragedy. Newspaper accounts of Marilyn's murder and 2 trials of husband Dr. Sam pepper the walls. Faces peer from the past with an almost haunting look.
I read the Cleveland Press when I was 6 or 7 years old, and I followed that whole history.
Of the Sam Shepard case?
Yes, I did.
And this was Dr. Sam's office, right?
Oh, yes.
We're standing right here in the hallway.
Yes, I know. Yes.
A fascinating building with twists, turns, and tragedy, certainly around its most well-known occupant, Dr. Sam. Dr. Sam Shepard is gone, but the story remains.
Absolutely, and always will.
In Bay Village, Ohio, a building which was news 60 years ago. Quiet now, with its added units and its old Lake Erie shoreline. What the building has seen, the stories it could tell, if it would. Leon Bibb, News, Channel 5.
Well, the Sam Shepard case also prompted a very successful television series and Hollywood movie, The Fugitive, which was loosely based on the Bay Village murder 60 years ago. Wow.
That's what I love about Good Morning Cleveland Saturday, teaching us something new. I had no idea that was based off of something right here in Ohio.
I'm gonna have that music in my head the rest of the
A little eerie, right?
Ooh. happy stuff. Weather, sun, please.
I'm gonna show you a live picture. I think this will bring back your smile for sure. Look at that gorgeous sky. Parma is just glittering in sunshine. We're getting ready for a big run. It's a run for pierogies in Parma. Can you believe this? They run, and then at the end of the race, a job well done, they get a pierogi. Sounds pretty awesome, right? Well, the great weather is brought to you by High Pressure. We want to thank all of those runners out there for letting us join in on their fun this morning. High Pressure remains the dominant factor here throughout the rest of your holiday weekends. As it slides to the east, we'll pour in some warmer air from the south, so those mid-80s are going to try to return tomorrow. But the second we get the warmer air, that humidity will start to creep back into, and then we're talking more rainfall. All right, maybe some of us needing a drink for their yards. Yeah, me too. We'll talk about the timing and when you can really expect it coming up. For right now, though, it's a cooler start for the most part in and across northeast Ohio. 2 degrees cooler in Cleveland, 5 degrees cooler in Youngstown. Same story for New Philly. Those morning temperatures, here we go. Numbers in your neighborhood. New Philly at 50. 50 for Ravenna, 50 in Menor, 55 for Cleveland, 49 still holding on to the 40s here in Medina to 52. Good morning in Mansfield. Today's a great day to make your way over to Cedar Point. Still not too hot and certainly not too cold at a high today of 78 degrees. Remember, service members, you have a nice special deal this weekend. You get in free and your family gets a nice deal too, and it does include some food. So certainly make your way over to Cedar Point with the family. Sunscreen, sunglasses, a must. Northern wind should help you a little bit as you're waiting in line for the roller coasters at about 8 to 13 miles per hour. As we all stand outside, the sunscreen has to be something kind of that we have to get used to. And at this point, I think you're there, but it's just a good reminder. UV index an 8 out of an 11, so 15, 30 minutes in the sun, you will get burns. I think Lake Erie is going to be a little bit busier today. Yesterday, low 70s made it a little hard to try and get into the water here. Still not suggesting you get wet close to Cleveland. That crib temperature 58. Islands at 72, so better there, but still chilly. As far as the waves, much better. We had some pretty big waves yesterday at points. They're down today. Winds will be shifting in pretty light, less than 10 knots expected throughout your afternoon. As far as your forecast is concerned, trying to venture out maybe tonight too. You've got to rest throughout the day by the pool. Well, tonight, maybe you want to check out the Tribe. Another great game where they're offering that Larry Doby jersey to some of their first fans in. Fireworks tonight, too, if you missed out on last night's. You'll see another show tonight. 60s for us, clear, cool, and dry, and a great night for some fantastic Tribe baseball. All right, let's talk about your Power of 5 7-day forecast. Well, you'll notice the temperatures going up and the rainfall trying to return to 76 for today, 84 tomorrow, 85 with storms becoming likely for Monday and Tuesday. Steph?
All right, Terry, you know, you were just talking about the baseball game. Well, if you saw last night's game, there was a very patriotic tribute. First baseman Nick Swisher was honored for his participation with the USO and Wounded Warrior Project. He is one of 6 players nominated for the 2014 Bob Feller Act of Valor Award. The award is based on baseball accomplishment, service to our country, and community involvement. Feller's widow, Ann, was there on the field for the ceremony. And if you missed that, you will get a treat today if you head to tonight's game. Take a listen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's turn?
That is the voice of Brianna Alomar singing the national anthem for our Chris Flanagan yesterday. Does the name sound familiar? Well, that is because Brianna is the daughter of first base coach and former Cleveland Indians catcher Sandy Alomar Jr., and she talked with Chris all about her performance.
It's very exciting because of course, it's the 4th of July, and I get to honor the veterans by singing the national anthem, which is amazing. And it's very fun to be like home with my dad and everyone, so it's really cool.
Alomar Brianna, that is, will be singing the national anthem at tonight's game against the Kansas City Royals. You can also watch fireworks after that game. And LeBron James is on vacation with his family, but his agent Rich Paul has been a very busy man this week. The Cavs, along with the Mavericks and the Suns, all met with Paul earlier in the week, and a representative with the Lakers was in Cleveland yesterday. Yahoo Sports says the final 3 finalists may be back in Cleveland next week to make another presentation. ESPN is reporting LeBron could make a decision by next week when he hosts his basketball camp. And the Cavaliers now have more of a cap. They have more room for the king. Center Spencer Howes agreed for a 4-year, $23 million deal with the Los Angeles Clippers last night. Right now, though, it's just a handshake. Teams can't sign free agents until July 10th. Still ahead this Saturday morning, drinking and driving. Alcohol may have been involved, that is, in a deadly crash. We have the latest on the hit-and-run accident in Lakewood. And our pets of the week just walked into the studio. Little Hera, meet Tara. We'll introduce you to these adorable kittens. And we'll leave you with a live look outside at our Universal Windows Sky Cam. You're watching Good Morning Cleveland. Beautiful day.
Hi, I'm AJ Petiti. At Petiti's, we've got a fantastic selection of patio furniture in the hottest colors, fabrics, and finishes. Let us help you create your perfect outdoor living space. Right now, save up to 50% off on our 2014 patio collection. Stop into Petiti's today.
I had totaled my previous car, and I really needed a new car that next day, so I went to Spitzer. I only had an hour before I had to be at work, so Michael Blackstock, who was my salesman, was so determined to sell me a car within that time frame that he was actually running back and forth across the dealership to get the paperwork completed.
I knew we only had an hour, so when we found the right car for her, I wanted to make sure she got to work on time.
I had plenty of time to get to work and even managed to be there 10 minutes early. I was very impressed.
Life is hard. Car buying shouldn't be. See what our customers are saying and shop a huge selection at Spitzer.com.
At GMC, incredible thinking comes first. Like the GMC Sierra, the first pickup to offer a powerful gas V8 engine that gets an EPA estimated 23 highway miles per gallon. The first to offer an innovative cargo bed with LED lighting. And now for the first time ever, during the GMC Independence Day event, pay no interest for 5 years. Plus, add $1,000 Independence Day cash for the best financing offer this year on a 2014 GMC Sierra 1500. But hurry, this limited time offer ends Monday.
We need to break up.
Is it the biting? Because I can stop.
No, I love you and your show. It's cable.
Customers are more satisfied with you first. Switch and we can stay together forever.
Forever? Oh! Not gonna lie to you, it's also the biting.
Break up with cable. Choose UVerse TV from $19 a month for 2 years.
Levin's 4th of July sale continues through Monday, July 7th. This is it. Your chance to get an unbelievable offer. Save up to 55% off furniture and mattresses. Get interest-free financing for 60 months. Plus, get a $100 gift card and free delivery on your entire order. Not only that, we'll have doorbusters Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It's our best ever 4th of July sale, and it's only at Levin Furniture.
Hi, I'm AJ Petiti. At Petiti's, we've got a huge selection of annuals and perennials grown right here in our greenhouses in Columbia Station, Ohio. We deliver all of your favorite annuals and perennials to our stores every day so you get the freshest, highest quality plants for your home. Right now, your favorite hanging baskets are buy two, get one free.
Oh, I love this time of the morning. It's time for our pet of the weekend, or pets, shall we say. I say Dunlap is here with us this morning with the Cleveland APL. And as our special guests, we have Hera and Hestia. As we heard, they are Greek goddesses. So right. Obviously, they're going to bring you some very, very good luck. Tell us about them.
Absolutely. Well, we don't have much history on them. Like a lot of the cats and kittens that show up at the APL, they were found as stray, and a Good Samaritan brought them in to us to take care of them, which we've done, and now they're ready for their forever homes. Yeah. And because we do have so many right now, we probably have about 100 kittens available for adoption. Wow. People have been asking us for kittens, so now is the time, and we are going to help people come in and adopt by reducing their fees. It's a holiday weekend. We like to get into that fun. So $17.76. Normally it's $95.
History buffs, you shall know why.
Yes. $95 usually, and you get everything you would normally get for that. So they're spayed and neutered, they're vaccinated, everything. And if you want an adult cat, because of course we have lots of those too, they're only $5 today and tomorrow at our shelter in Tremont. It's a fun promotion, but also we do really need the community support to help us find homes for these guys.
Yeah, you don't want all those kittens.
No, and we know there are more out there that need us. So if we can find homes for these guys, we can help more.
And when they're on such a sale, I mean,
absolutely.
Come on.
If you've been thinking about it, this is the time.
Take two. They always work better when they have a friend.
They really,
I've got a little wicked
I know,
one.
I gave you the frisky one, didn't I?
You're in South Park today as well.
And we're out at South Park Mall. We'll be there from 10 to 2, and we're honoring that kitten and cat adoption fee there as well, and we'll have some dogs too. So if you're in that area, please stop by.
Oh, sounds like a good idea, a good day for shopping. Or is there ever a bad weather day for shopping? All right, good luck to you, cutie pies. Hopefully we're going to get another look. Remember to call that number on the screen, 216-771-4616, for more information on your Greek goddesses. We have more Good Morning Cleveland coming up in just a few minutes. Right, Steph?
All right, yes, that's true. And coming up this Saturday morning, an RTA bus driver is in a violent fight with a passenger, and it's all caught on camera. What had them throwing punches? We'll have that. Plus, LeBron James and rehab? That's home rehab. How the King is helping a local family with some serious renovations. You're watching Good Morning Cleveland this morning.
Jump into into summer fun at Pete Bauer Buick GMC. Pete Bauer will not be undersold. Check out the new Buick Encore with payments starting at just $229. Plus, receive 2 years free maintenance. Experience your low-price destination in Strongsville. Pete Bauer Buick GMC.
Nobody beats a Doug deal. Now through Monday on every 2014 Chevrolet. No money down, 0% finance, no payment for 90 days.
The best deal is always a Doug deal. Doug Chevrolet.
Cash explosions are bursting everywhere. It's the Ohio Lottery's Cash Explosion Instant Game. Now with more prizes and better odds. And new ways to win. Plus, an entry ticket now gives you the chance to win a daily prize of $1,000 or a spot on the TV show to win 50 grand or more. Cash Explosion. More explosive than ever.
When it comes to selling you a mattress, most retailers are handing you a line. A long line of extra steps that drive up costs and create confusion. At the Original Mattress Factory, we simplify the mattress shopping experience by building mattresses and box springs in our own local factories and selling them direct to you. It's short, sweet, and simply makes sense. So experience more than just a mattress store. Experience an original, the Original Mattress Factory.
Rally's Cha-Ching menu just got even more cha-cheddar. Introducing the new Cheddar Pub Burger. Just $1, 100% beef, topped with cheddar and savory pub seasoning, onion tanglers, and a red onion. Now that's a pub burger. Try our Fry Lovers Burger with Rally's famous seasoned fries, or our plump and juicy smokin' sausage. So check out Rally's new Cheddar Pub Burger for just $1. One of 3 big, bold tastes that'll have you saying cha-ching. Rally's.
Nobody beats a Doug deal. Now through Monday on every 2014 Chevrolet. No money down, 0% finance, no payment for 90 days.
The best deal is always a Doug deal. Doug Chevrolet.
Jump into summer fun at Pete Bauer Buick GMC. Pete Bauer will not be undersold. Check out the new GMC Terrain with payments starting at just $229. Plus, receive 2 years free maintenance. Experience your low-price destination in Strongsville. Pete Bauer Buick GMC.
The news continues right now on News Channel 5 on your side.
Good morning, Cleveland. It's Saturday, July 5th, and you are taking a live look at Tri-C's Western Campus in Parma. We're just about an hour away from the Run for Pierogies. Thank you for joining us this morning and starting your day with us. I'm Stephanie Ramirez, along with Tara Blake. A nice day for a good run.
For pierogies? I mean, It sounds like a good day for it for sure. I don't know. I think a lot of people this morning will be eating leftover hamburgers and hot dogs most likely too. So,
can you eat after a run like that? I don't know.
I'm not for sure.
One day I will. I will try one day.
Oh. Well, for those runners this morning, let's break down your forecast, talking first those comfortable temperatures. Weather not a problem at all, as we have some brilliant sunshine all across Northeast Ohio. 50s in place now. We will jump up today as high pressure truly takes over. That high is allowing sunny, kind of dominant weather to move back in. So those temperatures will soar into the afternoon. A little better than your Friday 72 degrees, expecting mid-70s and then some 80s for your Sunday. We're still talking and tracking Tropical Storm Arthur. Arthur seeing winds at about 70 miles per hour, still moving off to the northeast at 22, continuing to weaken though, still dumping a lot of rainfall in the northeast. Surf's still going to be an issue too, so maybe you decided to head over towards the coast as you move into next week. Just remember that I don't think it'll be much of an issue as far as continuous throughout your travels or, you know, trying to head to the beach, but still beach erosion, and you may even notice some bigger waves still along the coast. Breaking down your Saturday, 56 to start, but notice that jump up. Plenty of sunshine to go around, mid and upper 70s for Akron and Canton. We'll talk about the rest of your weekend and look at some rain chances trying to move into. For now, Steph, what else is up?
Thank you, Tara. Today, family and friends will gather today to say goodbye to a local restaurant owner. Jim Brennan was gunned down inside his popular Cleveland Heights restaurant, Brennan's Colony, on Monday. 2 sets of brothers have been charged with his murder, and one of the men worked in the kitchen at the restaurant. Brennan's funeral is this morning at 9 o'clock at Jesuit Catholic Church in University Heights. And police have made an arrest in a fatal hit-and-run crash in Lakewood. It happened at about 3 yesterday morning on Cook Avenue. Police are releasing new details, but as News Channel 5's Michael Baldwin explains, alcohol may have played a factor in a man's death.
Lakewood police say 36-year-old David Najette was struck and killed by a suspected drunk driver early this morning. They got the call about 3:45, and they said when they arrived, they saw his body laying in the road dead in the 1300 block of Cook Avenue.
Shortly after 3:30 or so, woke up and saw these lights flashing on the walls. It was sirens. I went out and looked out the window and saw a body laying in the street.
Now, police tell us that the suspect was traveling this way, which is southbound on Cook Avenue, when he hit the victim. Now, they didn't have to travel far to find the suspected drunk driver. That's because he lives on this road. Police say he left the scene and then drove to his home and parked his car. And that's where he found him, and they arrested him. The victim lives just down the street from where his body was found. Neighbors say he was quiet and kept to himself. The Red Cross tells News Channel 5 that Najette worked for them on the blood services side. Lakewood police say the investigation continues to find out exactly what happened in the early morning hours of July 4th. The suspect has been arrested for OVI. Police will not give us his name until he has been charged. That is expected to happen sometime tomorrow. On your side in Lakewood, I'm Michael Baldwin, News Channel 5.
And the Red Cross did release a statement saying, in part, the American Red Cross is deeply saddened by the loss of David Najette. Our thoughts are with his family and friends during this difficult time. Now, take a look at this new video. An RTA driver fighting with an unruly passenger on Cleveland's west side. That's the driver in the blue shirt there. A passenger who shot the cell phone video says the two men exchanged several punches before the fight was broken up. An RTA spokesperson tells News Channel 5 the altercation started when the driver asked the passenger to turn down his music. The rider refused, and the situation quickly escalated. RTA police took the suspect into custody, but so far no charges have been filed, and the driver's name is not being released. Next week marks 7 years since the disappearance of Ashley Summers. She was just 14 years old when she vanished from the area of West 96th and Madison. Ashley's family spent their holiday weekend at Edgewater passing out flyers. Her grandmother, Linda Summers, believes she's still alive, and she's hoping someone can give them answers.
I think that she may be brainwashed against her will. She may be thinking that nobody else in her family cares about her, or that maybe threats have been made against her family, and she's told not to contact them. But I think she's just in a bad circumstance and doesn't realize that there's people out there that love her and really want her home.
And if you know what happened to Ashley Summers or where she is, call the FBI or your local police department. They are offering a reward. Now to LeBron James. He's teaming up with an HGTV show. It's called Rehab Addict, and that's to turn around several Akron homes. According to our partners at the Akron Beacon Journal, the basketball star's Family Foundation is teaming up with the home renovation show to make over the house and yard of a middle school student and her family. The 10-day project will also involve improving the yards of 9 other families throughout the city. Work will start in August, and the episode will air this fall. And you're probably going to enjoy some ice cream this holiday weekend, but did you ever wonder where it comes from or how it's made? Well, you can find out for yourself today at Lake Metro Park's Farm Park. That's from 9 until 5 tonight. You can try your hand at making some ice cream and meet the cows, Bessie, that produce the milk and cream. And if you can't make it this weekend, the event runs every weekend in July. And after you get some ice cream, you got to go check out the Boston Mills Art Fest. It's happening at the scenic Cuyahoga Valley National Park. It's the 43rd year for the show, featuring local artists, and it runs through Saturday. Coming up on Good Morning Cleveland, out to sea, Hurricane Arthur veers into the Atlantic. We have the latest on the damage caused by our first storm of the season. And there's a baby boom going on in Ohio zoos, where you can see the furry little additions this weekend. Tara?
Oh, I love those shots there. Certainly a good weekend to make your way to the zoo. A live look now at the beautiful sunshine in Parma. What does the temperature feel like, though? That's an interesting one. I'll tell you all about it in your Power 5 forecast coming up.
The storm was coming very close to our house. My family and I, we were watching News Channel 5 in our basement in Medina, all huddled up. The clouds are getting dark. You hear the thunder, the hail, the strong winds. Trees are bending over in our backyard. And it was at that young age that I really grew a connection to News Channel 5. You know, it's always nice to cover 75 degrees and sunshine, but when severe weather rolls into town, that's when the connection with folks at home is so very important. It's something we take very seriously. I'm meteorologist Jason Nicholas, and that's why I'm on your side.
Jump into summer fun at Pete Bauer Buick GMC. Pete Bauer will not be undersold. Check out the new Buick Encore with payments starting at just $229. Plus, receive 2 years free maintenance. Experience your low-price destination in Strongsville. Pete Bauer Buick GMC.
You need me to remind you how a deposition works?
You see, that's funny because I actually
Just
remember
get
everything. Okay, we've got some questions for you. Remember, you're under oath.
The truth is, with Time Warner Cable, you can set your DVR from anywhere with your mobile device. Plus, you can watch Suits and thousands of shows live and on demand in your home.
It's impressive, but not relevant to our case. Why'd you call this guy in?
Me? I thought you called him in.
Donna?
Call now to get a bundle starting at $79.99 a month. Upgrade to a qualifying package to get a free Dell 2-in-1. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
In recognition of Independence Day, Bill Doherty Kia will be closed on July 4th. But this Saturday through Monday, it's the Red, White, and Boom sale at Bill Doherty Kia, where you get up to $6,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for any trade. Drive a new 2014 Kia Optima for just $119 per month. And get a 40-inch flat-screen TV with any new Kia purchase. It's the Red, White, and Boom sale this July 4th weekend, only at Bill Doherty Kia, I-71 and Route 18 in beautiful Medina.
Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery's Red, White, and Blue sale with 4th of July savings on recliners, sofas, sectionals, and more. Save on America's #1 name for comfort. Hurry, these savings won't last long. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
At Maaco, we don't think new is necessarily better. So instead of giving up on the car you used to love, bring it to Maaco. For only $299, we'll give your entire car a fresh coat of paint. It's time to give your car a second chance. Maaco, America's body shop.
Jump into summer fun at Pete Bauer Buick GMC. Pete Bauer will not be undersold. Check out the new GMC Terrain with payments starting at just $229. Plus, receive 2 years free maintenance. Experience your low-price destination in Strongsville. Pete Bauer Buick GMC.
Time now for your get outside weather. And what better to do in this brilliant sunny Saturday than to do some golfing? That's where we find our friend here, Rick. He's going to be golfing as he tries to beat his son this afternoon. So let's break down that golfing forecast. Certainly a great day for it. Just remember your sunscreen and your sunglasses for sure. Those heading out a little earlier. Tee times looking at not bad at 9 a.m. 63 for us and sunny, 70 there by 11 o'clock. The afternoon warmer for your Rick, but still not a problem. 73 by 1 o'clock, 76 our daytime high. Even warmer for your Sunday. We'll take a nice little look into your Power 5 7-day forecast, talking cooler temperatures and the potential for some rainfall too. All those new details in just a few minutes. For right now, Steph, over to you.
Well, thank you, Tara. Looking for a road trip this weekend, you may want to check out the Columbus Zoo. They just announced the birth of 3 new red pandas. The 2 males and 1 female were born June 20th. They're so cute. Red pandas are endangered species, and the births are part of the zoo's conservation efforts. The zoo says visitors will be able to see the new cubs this fall. I am not allowed to hug them. And a pair of snow leopard cubs made their big debut at the Akron Zoo. Malaya and Mukulu. They hammed it up in their first big public appearance yesterday. The 11-week-old cubs pounced, climbed on limbs and rocks, and jumped on their mother. The pair will be in the exhibit from 10:15 to 11:15 every day and will be out longer as they get older. Still ahead this morning, this beautiful Saturday morning. A missing mom-to-be, though, there's a search going on. She's still missing. This is a Marine wife as well. We have the very latest out in California, and we have a whiner. Joey Chestnut is still the king of Coney Island, but it's what he did before the hot dog competition that has everyone talking. I think that was a wiener. We have a wiener. You're watching Good Morning Cleveland. Can I say that on air? I don't know. I just did.
This week only, call Universal Windows Direct and get 20% off your entire project, plus 0% financing for 36 months. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
Universal Windows Direct.
Honey, did you take a 20 out of my purse?
Mom, my piggy bank is empty.
Wondering where your cash is going? An old refrigerator can eat up a lot of energy, and your money along with it. Recycle that fridge and get some money back. Get $50 cash and save up to $150 a year in future energy costs. To schedule a pickup of your old fridge or freezer, visit EnergySaveOhio.com.
Home values are on the rise. Renovating makes sense again. It's time to take pride in your home during Wallside's Made in America sale. Through Tuesday only, Wallside is taking half off the price of every window we make. Choose from double hungs, sliders, casements, half rounds. Every style, half off. And you save again with 4 years, no interest, no money down. Call Wallside today for this great offer. 1-800-521-7800.
Levin's 4th of July sale continues through Monday, July 7th. This is it. Your chance to get an unbelievable offer. Save up to 55% off furniture and mattresses. Get interest-free financing for 60 months. Plus, get a $100 gift card and free delivery on your entire order. Not only that, we'll have doorbusters Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It's our best ever 4th of July sale, and it's only at Levin Furniture.
At Save-A-Lot, we've lowered prices on our most popular items, all the really important things you use every day, featuring a wide variety of hand-selected meats cut fresh in-store every day, so you get the freshest cuts at the lowest price, with savings up to 40% on every trip. Score big savings on tender pork spare ribs, just $1.69 a pound. Fresh corn on the cob, 4 for just $1. And fresh seedless watermelon, $2.99 each. Save-A-Lot. Savings made easy.
This week only, call Universal Windows Direct and get 20% off your entire project, plus 0% financing for 36 months. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
Universal Windows Direct.
Breaking news overnight, a fast-moving fire has killed 4 children in Philadelphia. It happened just before 3 this morning in the southwest part of the city. Fire officials say up to 10 row homes were involved. They're still not sure how many other people were injured. Crews were able to get the flames under control and are now investigating that cause. And 7 people are injured in a mass shooting in Indianapolis overnight. Our sister station there says it happened in the Broad Ripple area. 1 person is in critical condition and a person of interest is in custody. At this point, it's not clear what led to the shooting. Also going on right now, Hurricane Arthur is heading out to sea after making landfall about 30 hours ago in North Carolina's Outer Banks. Now, although the storm is deep into the Atlantic Ocean, it's still prompting flash flood warnings with high wind and wave advisories along the coastal New England area. The hurricane left behind a trail of damage, but residents agree it could have been much worse.
There have been no casualties or serious injuries reported.
I'd say we've been very lucky.
Arthur is expected to pass over or near western Nova Scotia this morning, but by then it'll mainly be just rain. Many of the fireworks shows that were postponed because of the storm will take place tonight. And it's now been a week since a pregnant Marine wife disappeared in California. 19-year-old Erin Corwin was last seen leaving her home on base and heading to the park. Search teams have been combing the area since then, finding some leads, including Corwin's car. At this point, investigators have not ruled out the possibility of foul play. Meanwhile, the community continues to hold hope that Corwin will be found alive. And now to Joey Jaws Chestnut, who's still reigning the king as the king of the world's most famous hot dog eating contest, but he may have had an extra boost before. Take a look at this. The champ proposed to his girlfriend on stage before the Nathan's International Hot Dog Eating Contest, and she said yes. And just 30 minutes later, Chestnut was crowned the winner for the 8th consecutive time. He downed 61 hot dogs in just 10 minutes. Do you win money if you win?
I would assume so. I mean, why else would you blow your stomach up to the size of a basketball?
Yes, because he paid for the ring, I'm assuming, with, I don't know, with the wins. I don't know.
Of the type of food she's going to have to buy and make for him so that he can prepare each year.
But that's easy. Hot dogs.
Still, though, could you imagine watching your husband eat a dinner each night like that? I know it's not a normal thing, but he's got to do it sometime.
Pancakes, too. I've seen pancakes or stacks, and they eat that the night before or something like that. I don't know.
It's unbelievable.
But
well,
they
I think
won't be sweating, right?
Yeah, exactly. If you're trying to stuff down some hot dogs here today, you're not going to have to worry about weather, especially here this morning. A live look now in Parma as they're getting ready for the run for pierogies, or pierogies, as I should more properly say. I feel like when I was little, I thought they were pierogies by the way they're spelled. But we have a lot of fun in Parma. They run, and by the end of the run, they have a yummy pierogi to enjoy. Sounds like a run for me if we get a nice little tasting bite after you're done running for sure. This morning is a great morning for a run. High pressure is in place. It's a cool start. Many of us in the 40s and 50s. But as your high shifts east, we pull in some warmer air, which does help us bounce back for the afternoon temperatures. You know, Friday's high was only 72 for our holiday. Well, your holiday weekend extends, and we're warming it up today into the mid and upper 70s. We've got some 80s in there for tomorrow, all before a cold front. And that cold front will bring in our next rain chance. I'm going to talk timing if you need a little drink for your yard coming up. This morning is a little cooler than what we even had for Friday morning. Maybe you're inside, stuck inside, kind of preparing for the day. Well, head outside this morning. It feels so good. Just kind of that breath of fresh air. 55 in Cleveland, 57 in Elyria, Sandusky. You're the warmest at 60, but a much cooler 50 degrees in New Philadelphia. Today's daytime high puts us back into the 70s. Perfect day for the pool. Sunscreen, certainly a must, and maybe some shades and a hat too. But that sunshine will make it feel, oh, so much better. A little chilly for some as they got out of the pool yesterday afternoon. For your daytime high, 76 here in Cleveland, as you got to find your sunglasses if you're going to try and venture out. Winds out of the north around 8 to 13 miles per hour. Not bad, giving a little bit of relief as you head throughout this nice warm day. If you do decide to stay outside, your UV index an 8 out of an 11. So you do need your sunscreen. 15-30 minutes in the sun could get burnt. Lake Erie feeling a little better here too. Island temperature 72. Still cold, honestly, but better than what we have here at the crib at 58. Waves are better. They were quite high yesterday, now backing off to 2 feet or less. Tonight, another big game for the Tribe against the Royals, 7:05. It's the Larry Doby jersey night. That's a free jersey to those first fans, and fireworks after the show too. As far as weather is concerned, we stay quiet, dry, wonderful for today and for your Sunday, but the rain tries to return as we move into your Monday. We'll take a look at your Power 5 7-day forecast coming up one last time at the end of the show. For now, Steph, over to you.
Thanks, Tara. Well, this is a great story. A young baseball player actually had his heart saved in our city about 12 years ago. Well, because of it, he can now return to Cleveland, and he's back for the Continental Cup. Our Dave Arnold has this amazing story.
This is the Continental Cup International Youth Sports Festival. 3,200 athletes on 228 teams from 10 different countries.
Lucas! Hustling second baseman Lucas Dorsey's heart is in this game and running smoothly too. Thank you very much. From Rochester, New York, his team Turf Time 14U club is having a good time in this first game.
1, 2, 3, Turf Time!
Lucas, he's just happy to be playing baseball anywhere. His life started out with that heart, not quite as strong as it is today.
It was an amazing journey that had a lot of ups and downs. Little guy, 5 pounds, 5 ounces, didn't know if he was going to be able to run too well, to where he's one of the fastest kids on the team, and he's taller than I am.
After discovering a heart condition, Lucas's dad, Chris, found himself driving from New York to the Cleveland Clinic with his wife holding Lucas tightly. Lucas was little then, but he knows the story.
If I have the story straight, my mom was trying to give me medicine one time, and I passed out taking it because I wouldn't take it. The doctor wanted just to keep us overnight just to make sure nothing was wrong, and then we found something was wrong, so we went to the Cleveland Clinic.
Lucas had several surgeries as he grew. Chris Dorsey credits the clinic and Dr. Roger Mee with saving Lucas's, so far, youth sports career.
We described them as miracle workers. He had some tubes sticking out of him, and he had a needle in his arm, and he had oxygen in his nose, and he couldn't get comfortable, and so he kept crying, and the only time he stopped is when I would hold him.
My dad cries every time he talks about it. It's kind of funny.
At the Continental Cup in North Ridgeville, I'm Dave Arnold.
All right, here's possibly the best part. The winner of the division in that tournament will play tomorrow on the big stage, Progressive Field. So go, Lucas. We're rooting for you here. You can see the very latest on what happens in the Continental Cup on Newsnet5.com. We have all the links there on our website. And coming up this Saturday morning, saying goodbye as the community gathers to remember a popular restaurant owner while police continue to investigate his murder. Plus, we're in Parma for the Run for Pierogies. Details ahead on 5 things to know. They're cooking them up there.
Jump into summer fun at Pete Bauer Buick GMC. Pete Bauer will not be undersold. Check out the new Buick Encore with payments starting at just $229. Plus, receive 2 years free maintenance. Experience your low-price destination in Strongsville. Pete Bauer Buick GMC.
Looks like the Garcias got a new car.
What'd they get?
I don't know.
Sure doesn't look like a Buick.
Buick.
I'm outside. Where are you? I'm right here. I'm in the Buick. I don't see a Buick.
Take a fresh look at Buick. It just might surprise you.
Oh, that's not a Buick. That's what I told him. Wow. This is nice. Oh, my.
Enjoy the dealer experience ranked highest by J.D. Power and get $500 Independence Day cash plus 0% financing for 60 months on the 2014 Encore.
Racing, batting, boating, golfing, homemade ice cream, fun place. Swings and things has lots to do for you and all the kids. A go-kart track that's really fast, mini golf that's unsurpassed. The batting range for rain or shine, games and prizes too. Oh, you can take a ride on the bumper boat seats, ice cream cones or root beer floats. Paintballs flying through the air when you're at Swings and Things. When you're at Swings and Things.
Unique Home Solutions triple pane lifetime windows are the gold standard in energy efficiency. They're not cheap, but they are 25% off in July. The savings include our expert employee installation and our famous warranty. The last windows you'll ever need are on sale, and you get free handyman service just for looking.
Unique Home Solutions, 1-800-800-1971.
What makes the world's #1 kids park so special? 2 parks in one, Idlewild and Soak Zone, named Best Kids Park 4 years in a row. Come meet our newest friend, Daniel Tiger. Right now, you can save $11 on daily admission when you buy your tickets at Giant Eagle. You always get 2 parks with 1 ticket. Visit Idlewild.com. Idlewild and Soak Zone, twice the fun.
Jump into summer fun at Pete Bauer Buick GMC. Pete Bauer will not be undersold. Check out the new GMC Terrain with payments starting at just $229. Plus, receive 2 years free maintenance. Experience your low-price destination in Strongsville. Pete Bauer Buick GMC.
Have you tried the newest Cash Explosion Instant Ticket?
The new ticket gives players the best odds ever to win from $10 to $500 instantly.
And one very lucky player every single day of the week will win our new $1,000 a day cash giveaway.
Now at 7:54, here are 5 things to know this morning. Number 1, the owner of Brennan's Colony Restaurant will be laid to rest today. Funeral services for Jim Brennan start at 9 o'clock at Jesuit Catholic Church in University Heights. Brennan was shot and killed inside his popular Cleveland Heights restaurant on Monday. 2 sets of brothers have been arrested for the murder. One of the men worked inside the restaurant's kitchen. Number 2, here's a live look at Parma, where racers are getting ready for the 4th annual Parma Run for Pierogies. I'm being told that is not a real pierogi. That's the medal they get. It kicks off in about 30 minutes at Tri-C's Western Campus on Pleasant Valley Road. After the race, runners will be rewarded with pierogies, and proceeds benefit the American Cancer Society Parma Area Relay for Life. Number 3, music. Blossom Music Festival's opening concert is tonight, and after the Cleveland Orchestra plays with New World Symphony, there will be a fireworks show. Under 18s free lawn tickets are also available this season, so you can get 2 free tickets for anyone under the age of 18 for every regular priced adult ticket. The concert series runs through the end of August. Number 4. Find out how ice cream is made in Lake Metro Parks Farm Park this weekend. From 9 until 5 tonight, you can even try your hand at making some of that delicious treat and meet the cows that help make it happen. The event runs every weekend in July. Number 5, the Skin Cancer Foundation and Rite Aid are teaming up to help save lives. By offering free skin cancer screenings today in Strongsville, the Road to Healthy Skin RV will be at the Rite Aid on Pearl Road from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. You can get a free full body scan if you stop by.
I love that because a lot of us spending time in the summer sunshine, including this weekend, so you need to be very careful. Always apply your sunscreen over and over. 76-hour daytime high today, 84 warmer for Sunday. Rain chances arriving Sunday nights will certainly be here for the start of the work week. Monday and Tuesday looking to be our best chances with just early opportunities on Wednesday. But by the end of next week, better weather is back in place. Sunshine and comfortable temperatures too. So a nice little turnaround, but you can't exactly get too much better than this for a holiday weekend.
You cannot. I gotta say thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Tara. Get the news anytime. News@5.com. Good Morning America is next. Enjoy your day.
Jason, watch him. He's on all morning.
Bye, Jason.